Yo, what up, guys? I'm back with another video. Here today, we're reacting to The Strange Disappearance of DB Cooper. I'm here with my boy, Ivan.
What's up?
We'll just be doing a bit of a reaction. This is by BuzzFeed Unsolved. If you guys want to support them, all the links will be in the description. And make sure to check out Brian and Shane's channel, which is The Watcher. They're not in BuzzFeed Unsolved anymore, so make sure to go support them. Also, Ivan's links will be in the description. Do you got anything to say before we start?
Can't wait to see what this video is like. My first time.
For his first time, actually, BuzzFeed Unsolved. This is gonna be a treat.
This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we discussed the famous case of DB Cooper, a case that the FBI has referred to as one of the great unsolved mysteries in FBI history. It's also
Actually, before we start, I want to ask: have you ever heard of like the case of DB Cooper?
No, I haven't.
Like, not at all. Like,
No,
not even a single detail.
I'm going into this entire thing blind.
And like the actual series, there's a lot of them. Like, there's a lot of what do you call them? There's a lot of cases. At least a couple of them you have to know. One of them, there's no way you don't know about one of them. It's what Jack the Ripper. You got to know about Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
That's one. Yeah, he's infamous. I mean, there's a Zodiac as well.
Yeah, I know that one too.
Yeah. So there's a couple that you know, but a lot of these are like large cases. Like, some of them are, a couple of them are a little less known, but most of them are big cases. Especially this one. You'll see from the details what it's about.
also considered one of the great unsolved mysteries in U.S. history. It's a favorite of mine.
Yeah, I've heard of this one a little bit, just a little bit.
Oh, you haven't heard it like I'm about to tell it.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's
strap in.
Let's strap in, baby. Let's get into it. On Wednesday, November 24th, 1971, the day before Thanksgiving, a man going by the name Dan Cooper bought a $20 one-way ticket on Northwest Orient Airlines with cash for flight number 305 from Portland, Oregon to Seattle, Washington. Cooper was described as being in his mid-40s and wearing a business suit, a black rain-type overcoat, brown shoes,
Because he's got the drip,
and black tie. He carried a dark briefcase and a 4-inch by 12-inch by 14-inch paper
fucking
bag.
chickens are
Before
annoying
the plane
because
took off, Cooper, seated in seat 18C, ordered a bourbon and soda.
He seems like a cool dude.
I don't think he even ordered the bourbon and soda.
Seems like a cool dude.
I mean, bro.
Seems like a cool dude.
I mean, bro, he's got the drip. You know, he orders a bourbon soda. You know,
Got that drip though.
he does got the drip. Bro,
The guy looks like he's standing on business.
Yeah, he is. But not, fucking now, this whole case was just crack up. Right, I need to turn you up. You're like a bit low.
There
you go.
No, he's probably just like
he's a
cool.
badass.
Soda. Now, I'm DB Cooper. I'm a mystery man.
Whenever you go into like an airplane, have you actually been on an airplane?
Yeah. Not
What's
a
your,
while,
like-
but I have.
Yeah, I've only gone on once. What was like? Was there like a drink you went for? Or did you just go for like some soda or some shit?
I think I just had a soda.
But I don't even think I had anything. I think I slipped all the way to Australia. Yeah, it's like 3 hours? Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
just snooze.
3.
I snooze all the way.
Honestly.
Bro, I didn't even use any of the TVs, nah, you.
Nah, sleep's the best.
Just out like a light, bro. Out like a light.
Boom.
Give me a bourbon.
Oh, fuck, this is...
It's a big goal.
After the plane had taken off, a little after 3 p.m.
I was about to say
Cooper
something sus, but yeah, never mind.
At first,
Whoa, they
put
look
it
at
in
each
her
other.
pocket without looking at it. But then Cooper said, quote, "Miss, you better look at that note. I have a bomb." End quote. What's so funny about that?
Bro, imagine like you're the air hostess. and they just like... They just take the note just like, oh, it must be some old dude just hitting on me, and all they say is like...
Read that note.
He's like, bitch,
I'm a
get back
bomb.
here. Read that fucking note. I've
You
got a
read that
bomb.
note. I'm
I've got a bomb,
strapped.
man. I'm strapped with a bomb. I'll blow this shit to pieces.
Roboto got kaboom if you don't read that note.
Oh, Lord. I wonder. Oh, bro, what was? I forgot the date already. They already said the date, but I wonder how like common.
It was
Like,
it was 1974. It
it was
was it was
not.
either
It
March or May.
was 1970 something, but
I think it was yeah.
I wonder how common
Hijacking.
hijacking airplanes was at the time, because
Yeah.
I don't hear that many. Obviously, there's
Yeah, you
been a
don't
couple throughout
Mm.
the years, but I haven't heard that many hijackings.
Yeah.
Mm. It's probably not that common back then. There's no way. I would have heard about
Surely
it.
surely it wasn't.
He has a bomb.
I think it's funny that he passed her a note to be discreet about it. Like, hey, keep this on the down low. And then she was just like, thanks, and walked away. He was like, hey, you might want to read that because I've got a bomb. Oh, God damn it.
Really
hold
just
on,
threw
everybody.
caution out the window.
Yeah, really, just for everything out the window.
My guy he was trying to be discreet. He's like, here, read that note. She was like, thank you, puts it in her pocket, walks off. He's like, what? Get back here. You better read that goddamn note. I got a
Right.
bomb strapped to me.
I wonder how, like, because obviously they got the quote there and what he said, but I wonder how he said it. I wonder
What
how,
if he
like,
said it like calm or like he said it aggravated?
yeah, or he said it as like a. Did he say it as like a, like it was like just a pass, like a passing like comment, or like said it as a straight threat?
You better read that note. I have a bomb.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, did he say it like calmly? Or was just like, hey, I've got a bomb over here, and she's like, oh, fuck.
Honestly, like it's really like you gotta really
Well-
think about how did he like imply it.
From like his demeanor, like the bourbon soda, the like
Yeah.
the well
dude.
dressed. You'd think he'd say it calm, but like
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Who knows
How does one say to someone, "I've got a bomb"?
Honestly,
Like
yeah.
Told her the bomb was
Crazy.
in his briefcase and
It's
asked her
just
to sit
out of
next
it.
to him. He opened his briefcase to show red-colored sticks surrounded by an array of wires. After that,
A
Cooper
real
asked
bomb.
the stewardess to write down what he
Damn.
was saying and take it to the captain. Quote, I want $200,000 by 5 p.m. in cash. Put in a knapsack. I want 2 back parachutes and 2 front parachutes. When we land, I want a fuel truck ready to refuel. No funny stuff, or I'll do the job.
No funny stuff.
All funny
No.
stuff.
I also like how he says do the job.
Do the job.
Do
Like
the
that's his
job.
threat, which actually to
That's
me,
badass.
he's not a.
I'll
not
do
a
the job,
stockbroker,
damn it.
Let's just say that.
I
No.
was, yeah.
I'll get the
I'm on
job
board with
done.
the train.
Me too. I'm a fan of this guy.
But the way he said that made it sound like someone hired him to do it. He's just like, I don't wanna blow this fucking plane up. But if you don't give me that damn money, I'll do the job.
But if you don't listen to me, I'll do this job right now. So you better no funny stuff.
I don't know. Shit. Bro, I'm trying to like imagine. I wonder if the actual bomb was real, because obviously, like, not as in like.
Oh, if you look at it, go back a little. Look how he made it. Well, look at it's described. Because it's what it's got. How many? It's like 4 pieces of dynamite.
Yeah, but that's how they're interpreting it. It's not how like the actual
True. That's
thing.
not. Yeah.
That they're just like
Yeah.
trying to. Yeah, they're literally just trying to make like the most commonly known dynamite in
But
history.
yeah. Which was a red stick of dynamite.
Yeah, but like
The
imagine
fact that
if
it
like.
got through security too.
Yeah, I'm also. How the fuck did that get through security? How did a
Did
big.
they just look at his? Was his drip just so good they didn't pay attention?
Or did he hide it in his goddamn coat?
Honestly, it's.
Actually, wait. Dynamite does have some sort of. It has metals in it. So, like, how did it not get. How did it get it through fucking TSA?
Yeah. Well, this was 1974, I think. I don't know though, but still, it's still security
yeah.
still should have been really good then.
I don't know what the. I don't know how, like, good security was back then, but surely it's not bad enough to where they lit literal people with bombs through.
Like in a briefcase, and it look how they're interpreting it looks like a metal briefcase.
Yeah, it was a metal briefcase.
Yeah, metal briefcase. So how
So
did it get through?
So maybe
it was
he
like covered.
No, maybe he knew. I don't know. Maybe he knew since like he had a, because obviously the metal detectors would detect that it's metal. Maybe he was like, oh yeah, that's because it's in a metal suitcase.
Yeah.
Maybe he like brought that purposely to be like, oh, if it goes off, he's like, oh yeah, it's because of my metal suitcase. But then also, if
Maybe.
they saw the metal suitcase, why didn't they check it before?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. It's crazy that it somehow managed to get through there.
I don't understand. Maybe the security was just too busy on like just fucking on some sort of drug, you know. Back in the 1900s,
True.
maybe they were just doped up.
Hmm.
No.
Honestly. Well, let's see what else the
You
man
get
has
coop
done
head?
on that
I
plane.
have a coop head.
One odd detail was that Cooper asked for the $200,000 to be exclusively in $20 bills. The flight
Bro,
landed.
man,
Okay. Why was he asking for $20? Why? Was it so you felt rich?
well, mate, I was because when I watched this, like when I first watched it, I was thinking maybe because it was a lot more common to have $20 bills around that time. Because
Bro.
I don't know, maybe
This is
back in
America too. This is America
1920s,
too.
1970s, I mean, how come was it to see like an $100 bill,
Yeah,
maybe
true.
50 to 100? Because I was thinking there has to be a reason why he
Why he
specifically.
asked?
Because if he asked for it in fives, that'll be way too much. Tens too much. 20s is like
It's not.
it's a decent like you'll have like heaps of bills, but it's way
Yeah.
better than 5 and 10.
Yeah.
50s, if you have them all in 50s, people will probably look at you like, why do you have all those 50s? Like
Do you
specifically
rob a
50.
bank?
Yeah, like 50s and 100s only reserved for like banks and shit.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what my reasoning was, because I'm pretty sure the average person like back in the 1970s didn't have just 50 and $100 bills just
Yeah. That's
stacked.
probably for the more high end people.
Like the average person
That
ain't
would
gonna
have
have
those.
just $100 bills in their wallet.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so that was like my rationale on why
Yeah,
he.
that makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe someone's figured out. Maybe someone kind of knows like why, but that's what I came up with. Obviously, could
Right,
be
yeah.
wrong, but
Yeah,
like
but it makes sense. But
it makes sense. I don't know, cause like, what was your like thinking? Did you have any idea like what it might have been? Did you have like any?
from first impression, it seems odd, but I think in the time it'd probably
Yeah,
be the most
it probably would have
normal.
been the better idea. Yeah, I don't
Instead
know.
of asking for like, yeah, it's somebody's probably figured out why he specifically asked for only 20 bills and not
Mm,
50s or something like that.
yeah, uh, who knows?
In Seattle, and Cooper exchanged the 36 passengers on the plane for the money and the parachutes he had requested. Cooper kept some crew members on the plane and had the plane take off for Mexico City, requesting that the plane remain below 10,000 feet. During the second half of the flight, Cooper put on a pair of dark wraparound sunglasses,
Okay.
with dark rims that would later become
One of the
Yeah.
Men in Black. My God, he has to think he's in some kind of Men in Black movie. Was that even out at this time? I don't think it was.
Was it? Oh wait,
Uh,
I'll search it up. The first Men in Black. Nah, there's no way it was
there's
out
no
then.
way it was out that time.
I swear Men
I
in
think it was
Black
the
came out in like
2000s.
2000s.
Yeah.
Uh, so Men in Black 2 came out in 2002.
Oh, Jesus.
So Men in Black 1 came out in 1997. So
Okay, so yeah, this is before that.
it was the OG
He's the OG Men in Black.
OG
Strapped
Men in
with a
Black.
bomb.
Yeah, but
Alright.
this is like one of the most infamous like images in crime history. Everybody, like, usually if someone's into true crime, like how I am, they've seen
Yeah.
this face at some point. It's so
He
it's like
literally looks like he's come out straight out of a Men in Black movie. It's like he's about to pull one of those what are they called? Those like how they
the
forget?
forget radius. I forgot what
Yeah.
they're called.
They would like I don't know, I can't remember what they're called, but he looks like he's about to pull one of those on and say, "You will not remember this conversation or anything that happened here." Slash.
He's the white Will Smith.
What? Will Smith? Oh, Jesus.
Look at him, G. He's got all the drip and everything. A white Will Smith right here, G. But
William
bro,
Smith.
yeah, William Smith, bro. Sir William II.
William Second Smith. Oh
He
Jesus!
does look like a bit of a posh.
He
But like in this
does.
one,
He
he
does.
looks a
He
bit
looks like a
posh.
posh guy. He looks like a posh
Uh,
guy.
now try to imagine like how. I
How did
wonder,
he sound?
because
I mean,
this was in America, so
yeah. So it could have been just he could have had the American accent.
now I'm
It
trying
also
to.
depends where in America he's from,
Yeah,
because different
imagine
parts.
if he was from like the South and he just had like a Texan accent or some shit.
Oh Jesus! Imagine a Texan saying, "You better read that note. I have a bomb."
Or like from like Alabama, he's just like, "You better read that note. I got a bomb."
Hon- Honestly. Oh,
Oh god.
good old Mister William the Second Cooper.
Part of the sketch.
His name is Cooper.
Payments
That
from anybody familiar
such
with
a
the
white
case.
name.
I'm just imagining like,
really
the
is.
camera just pushing in on him as he's like,
If we were in today's age, this guy would definitely have headphones in, playing Spotify playlists of epic soundtracks.
he'd
like
have
he-
one of those shitty hoverboards.
Not an actual hoverboard, but
Yeah,
the
he'd
shit
be
that-
like, or I'll do the job.
Bro, that whole trend of hoverboard was so tapped.
Honestly,
Did you ever try one of those out?
I didn't like them.
Oh, I forgot. I tried it out once. I forgot who had it. Bro, the first time I got on it, I lost balance, stepped like off it for 1 second, and it like just, bro, it
Just
basically,
went boom.
bro, it just ankled me. I was like, ah,
Damn, ankle broke you like it was the
bro, it smacked the back of my ankles. I'm like, ah,
You fiend! How could you?
bro. First ever time I tried it, last time.
The first and the last time I ever got on a hoverboard.
Yeah, first and last, bro. Once that shit just straight ankled me, I'm like, nah, fuck this thing. I'm never hopping back on this stupid hoverboard. I'm not hopping on like onto a hoverboard until it's actually a hoverboard.
At least it's actually floating off of the ground and not just two damn wheels.
Bro, it's not even a hoverboard, it's a scooter.
It really is. It's just a scooter or a bike, bro. Just
It's literally got wheels on the ground. It doesn't hover over shit.
it's funny because if you could stick two hoverboards, it'd just be a small car.
Yeah,
It'd be a
no,
mini
we don't
car.
call fucking cars hover car, like.
Because they don't hover.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
on the ground. Why would you
Yeah.
even think? I
Bro,
think
the
it's just
thing-
because it's designed of how it looked.
It's just stupid though. Fuck those hoverboards, bro.
Yeah, no, that.
Things ankle
Yeah, I don't
me.
know. Ankle breaking.
Bro, that shit hurt, man. Because it went like full speed at my ankles. It hurt.
Oh, jeez.
Take out his wheels, put him down, start moving up and down the aisle. Knapsack, or I'll do the job.
So after 8 p.m., when the plane was somewhere between Seattle and Reno, Nevada, Cooper jumped out of the rear doors of the Boeing 727 with 2 of the parachutes and the money, never to be seen again. One thing worth noting is that Cooper took off his black JCPenney clip-on tie before jumping, a piece of evidence that the FBI was able to procure a DNA sample from.
You think James Bond ever wore a clip-on bow tie?
Yeah, I guess. Wow, you really that does.
A clip on. I've never even seen a clip on tie.
I've seen a clip like I've seen those like triangle looking ones, the bow ties, but not like a long tie.
I've never seen a clip on. I've been to many stores all over the country. I've never seen a clip on tie. I've seen a clip on bow tie.
Yeah, like a bow tie. Yeah, that's just a normal one. But what the hell? Why would you? Well, it is the 1970s, so.
It just sounds like you just ordered that from some shady website. I'd like a clip-on tie, please. Oh shit, my delivery hasn't delivered. I got lost.
Why does it
Damn.
say it'll be here 4 months?
Oh, that's just the Wish.
Get the-
He got off Wish.com back in 1978 or 74.
Bro, at the 1970 Wish.com.
I wonder if there's like equivalent to Wish.com back in 1978 or whenever this
Probably
was.
those back alley shops. Well, did they donate back then? I'm not even sure.
I don't even know. Be
Uh,
funny to figure it out
Takes the
though.
wind out of
Well,
my
maybe
sails.
Yeah.
maybe if he like knew he had to do it quick, and that was
Still,
like
but
an efficiency thing.
If he was like, I'm gonna put my sunglasses on, it'll look cool. If he was like,
With
But,
the DNA
yeah,
sample from
what-
the tie, let's jump into
what? Why would you take the tie off? It doesn't make sense. It sounds stupid.
Oh no.
He had enough
'Cause what?
time to put on the glasses, feel cool, and then went, I have to take off my tie. Hiya!
Maybe I
They
don't
thought it
know.
was a clip-on.
He's at 10,000 feet. Maybe he's scared like it'll choke him out. I don't know. Maybe when
It's a clip-on!
yeah, but it's still around your neck, isn't it? A clip-on.
Yeah, because I think it's attached. Like, it's attached to the
you
front.
basically it's like a clip just going straight into your shirt.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, yeah.
Or maybe
Well,
he
I'm
was
assuming-
scared that it might fly back
It
into
might
his face.
smack him. It might smack him in the face, and his cool sunglasses would go away. And he wouldn't
Why
look
is
like
he
James
jumping?
Bond.
Why is he jumping out of a? I'm pretty sure because when this happened, he jumped out at night. Why does he have sunglasses on? Or was
Yeah, I
that
don't
nearing
know.
night?
I don't know why he would do that. Doesn't make
Now that I'm
sense.
thinking, why the fuck did he put some? Because I'm pretty sure, like, if I remember the case right, he jumped out like when it was nearing nighttime, like it was dark, and they're at 10,000 feet, so you can't see too much.
You can't really, yeah. Well, and the thing is I don't know if I've said anything about it yet, but you don't know if there was a city where he jumped. He could
where
have jumped in the middle of nowhere.
I think where he jumped off
It was between Nevada and
some
we-
place.
well, someplace. Honestly, why would you? It just doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Maybe he
Huh?
just wanted to feel cool, and then he jumped out the plane and was like, "Damn, I didn't plan anything. Guess I'm gonna die."
No, I don't want to. I don't want to abandon my glasses. I got to keep them on. I have to look cool.
I wonder if no, there's no way the glasses stayed on because if he jumped out, the wind would have just straight blown his fucking glasses straight off. Surely.
Who knows? Well, he could. I don't know. I still
Yes.
don't know why he had a clip-on tie. That's what's got me befuddled. Is why did you have a clip-on tie if you were just gonna take it off anyway?
Who knows, bro?
into the investigation launched to identify the man who called himself Dan Cooper. The case was called Norjack, standing for Northwest Hijacking, and would last decades. The plane was intensely searched for evidence. Desperate to find Cooper's identity, there was extra interest in $20 bills, because the FBI had released the serial numbers of the bills stolen by Cooper. Remarkably, in 1980, 9 years after Cooper's escape, a young boy found a rotting package filled with $20 bills that matched the ransom money serial numbers. There was $5,800.
Man,
Oh, that's
oh,
right. He had he had a little paper bag with him.
man, I won't get that money back.
I wouldn't. I'd keep it.
But the thing
for
is,
reasons.
since they know the
Legal
numbers,
reasons. Yeah, that'd think you're him. I'm
it's-
trying to get.
they wouldn't think you're him because you're a little boy, but I think they'd be like, well, it depends. They might think your father's Dan
Yeah,
Cooper now.
your dad might be Dan Cooper, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, at the time, Dan Cooper.
But like, I was thinking because since they have the serial numbers, if you give someone like, let's say, because obviously it was $20 bills. If you give someone like the $20 bills, because bro, if you look at like the numbers, you're not gonna fucking know immediately by
Yeah.
looking at just the numbers that this is the bills, because no one's
The
looking at
bills that were
that,
taken.
and it's not like they automatically scan. I don't think they scan the code, or maybe they do. I don't know
Yeah.
how.
I know
So,
how it worked back
if you-
then.
if you
what was
keep
it?
it-
1980? Was it 19? No,
This right now we're at 1980.
1790? Oh, 1980.
So it happened back in 1971.
And 9 years had passed. So
9 years have passed, and they just found this
1980.
rotting package. Wait,
It's rotting though.
yeah. Well, the thing is, why is it in a package? Because
Why did he put?
Because it's in a knapsack.
Yeah, why did he-
Actually, no, because obviously, no, that would make sense because they probably it was like 200,000, so they would have put it in packages and just thrown in a knapsack. Maybe.
Yeah.
But I still,
Let's find out.
I don't know. This is just hella weird.
Yeah.
No, I wonder how much they put into each package though, because it says 5,800.
So that must mean how much would have been in the other ones though?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Because how many? Maybe they put 10,000. Because I'm thinking this isn't full. Because why would you give like 5,800 in per pack? Like if it's in,
Yeah.
surely it's just 10,000. Because obviously when you're jumping out the plane, you're gonna lose some of the money as you go. You
Yeah.
can't hold on to all of it. So
Yeah. Also, he asked for what? 2 back parachutes and 2 front parachutes.
yeah,
Unless he had put the parachute on one of the bags. I don't
no.
know.
Do you know? You'll learn something about those parachutes that's gonna make you question,
Right.
this guy.
I'm already
Well,
questioning him at the moment, but guess let's see how much further I can
yeah.
question him.
In all, the boy found the bills on a beach at Tina Bar while making a campfire with his father. People theorized that when Cooper jumped out, the money possibly fell into the Washougal River before eventually making its way to Tina Bar.
Okay, wait. Okay, so I'm gonna search up where Tina Bar is, obviously in the US, and
Yeah.
see, because what it was going over Nevada.
It was between Nevada and I can't remember the other place.
So, so it's in Washington. Tina Bar is in Washington.
How close was it? Oh, it must have been. Was it? It must have been between Washington and Nevada. Then he jumped.
Fuck is Nevada? Wait. What? The apparently Tina Bar is just above Oregon, which
Is
and
it?
the
Did
and
he
the
jump at him?
and Nevada is below Oregon on the map.
So it must have been between Oregon and Nevada then.
Yeah,
Maybe. Well, that's
because
what I'm thinking from what it is. What's
there
sounding like.
is a river that connects between them, but it's a pretty long way to get back to the blood to Tina Bar.
Yeah. So
Like,
it
it's
must
a
have been between Oregon and Nevada then that he jumped.
I wonder how the fuck did it travel there? Because the US is huge.
Yeah.
It would have taken so much time for that to get up there. Huh.
Yeah, it really would have.
Like if you
Yeah.
if you were to search it
And
up,
well, mind you, it was 9 years. That
true.
bag had 9 years to get there.
But surely if it was in the water for that time, it would have. Like, how strong were these bags? How the hell did they stay together?
Also, what was the money made out of?
A lot of it probably would have fallen out and also probably torn and just become
Yeah,
weathered by water.
yeah. Surprised some of the money even was still intact.
Hmm. Huh?
That's
That's what it is, I
basically
guess.
all they've
I'm
theorized.
just imagining him just jumping out and immediately just losing grip of all the bags. Just a man plummeting to earth with a bunch of money flying around him and being like, ah!
Though, this discovery would ultimately lead to nothing, as the FBI scoured the surrounding beaches, finding nothing else. In the year that followed the hijacking, several letters were sent to the FBI. The New York Times, the Washington Post, the Los Angeles Times, and Seattle Times, either confessing to the crime, eulogizing a recently deceased D.B. Cooper, or claiming to be his brother. In fact, in November 1972, 2 men, Donald Sylvester Murphy and William John Lewis, were taken into federal custody on charges of extortion for impersonating Cooper and selling his tell-all story to a tabloid.
It seems like a bad idea to make your get-rich-quick scheme to be to impersonate a criminal.
Yeah, that's
I wouldn't be like, haha, hey, it's me, the Zodiac Killer. I'll tell you a story. What?
Jesus.
Oh.
Leads were tracked all over the
Aww.
country, and more than 800
Damn, how'd they
suspects
catch
considered
me?
over the
Snitches,
5
man.
years of the investigation. All but 24
Alright, the
suspects
Zodiac
were
Killer.
eliminated from the
Aha!
One peculiar fact is that the initials DB have no actual relevance to the case, and the FBI isn't sure where they came from. It was reportedly a mistake from a wire service that caused him to be called DB Cooper instead of Dan Cooper, which is how he presented himself when buying the plane ticket.
DB sounds cooler.
It does.
Dan just sounds like your neighbor who's like asking to borrow a lawnmower.
The physical description of Cooper is thought to be very accurate. 2 flight attendants spent hours with him on the plane and were interviewed separately the night the hijacking occurred. They gave nearly identical descriptions of Cooper, saying that he was 5'10" to 6 feet, 170 to 180 pounds, in his mid-40s, and brown eyes. People who interacted with him.
He just sounds like a normal ass person.
It just sounds like some white guy you'd see in your neighborhood.
He's 5'10". I mean, his name's Dan. Just like just like
And his
Shane
last
said, his name's Dan.
Cooper.
Name's Dan, bro. Bro,
Dan
every time I think
Cooper.
of Dan, I just think of Dan from Bakugan. But yeah, this guy
Sadly, this man doesn't have a luscious lock of hairs as he has.
Oh yeah,
He's,
bro, he's got that big forehead, bro. Jesus. Because
Ray kind of looks like
Because Ray run for his money.
Vladimir. I don't know why, but it's that forehead.
I don't know, bro. I'm pretty sure I can build like a full-story building on that forehead.
You could play Monopoly on that forehead.
They actually did they made like in the photo he looks pretty good,
like with glasses. And but this one that's pretty the person you gotta give you gotta commend the people who are able to draw the faces
off
purely
just description,
from how people just descriptive words from people.
Because a lot of this actually has led to arrests being made in a lot of cases. Obviously not in this case, but a lot of the sketches actually help the police with identifying, suspects.
Yeah.
Bro, these people are talented. I don't know how I'd feel trying to sketch out a killer.
Yeah, I could not do it. It's not a lot of work I could ever wish to work.
That doesn't sound that cool. It kind of sounds a bit sad.
On the ground gave similar descriptions. His voice was described as low, no particular accent, but spoke with an intelligent vocabulary.
I would like some bourbon and some money or I will do the job.
Sounds like a terrifying version of Siri.
It's me, Dan.
The charge against Cooper was originally air piracy, but that had a 5-year statute of limitations, and as time went on, with no suspects being found guilty, a grand jury later indicted Cooper for violating the Hobbs Act. The Hobbs Act is a federal statute designed to prevent extortion, and has no statute of limitations, meaning if Cooper was found tomorrow, he could be charged even though the FBI investigation has since been called off. Before we jump into suspects, I'd like to point out that the pilot told officials that he himself chose the route the plane took, not Cooper. Cooper only requested his end destination of Mexico City, a decision that is a bit puzzling when you...
This is a pretty interesting, this is an interesting detail, because the pilot chose the flight, the flight route that they took. All Cooper wanted is for the end destination to be Mexico City. So a lot of people kind of thought that he can't really have an accomplice. Well, maybe he could, because it seems like nothing's scheduled. Because imagine me and you doing a heist, right?
Right.
I do the heist, and you're just there waiting for pickup, obviously, for your payday, right?
Yeah.
Imagine I go, yo, Ivan, I'll be at this destination, okay? Be at this destination, because I'll jump out the plane, and you got to be there to pick me up, right?
Yeah, and I'm just waiting waiting in a car.
Yeah, just waiting in the car. And imagine you go, okay. So do you got a route? How long do you think you'll take? And you're just, and I'm just I don't know. I don't have a route in mind.
What do you mean you don't know? So you're just gonna give me a destination, and I just gotta figure out where the hell you're gonna be? How long you're gonna take?
Because also because technically you don't. Since he didn't make the route, he doesn't need to go straight to Mexico City. Obviously he can't go to a different state or else.
He'll get caught.
or else that he's just gonna, you guys go into oblivion. He's
Yeah.
just gonna blow up the plane. But also, like, how you're not gonna end up, because if I tell you to be somewhere, and like I don't know what route, like you don't know what route I'm taking, I don't even know the route. I'm just gonna be jumping out the plane and just be going like, oh shit, where's the marker?
Assuming that I'm gonna be right where you are.
Like I land on the ground and I call you, Ivan, where are you, G?
What do you mean, where am I? I'm at the area. Where the hell are you? I just
Fuck
jumped
G, I'm
out
over
the
here.
plane.
Come pick me up, cunt.
Where the hell is over here? Do you think I can see you?
Like, bro, there's no way he'd calm us. If he did, fuck that guy. He
That
had
was
to
a
get.
stupid plan.
You'd have to
Neither
get.
of them have.
I would want 55% at least. I get the better share because fuck you. I'm like, you jumped out the plane. It didn't give me any.
I have to anticipate where the hell you're landing. Because you
For
don't know
what?
where you'll land. You don't know where you're like.
Did
What
I just
route you're
like
taking.
drive to
I
the
don't
top
know
of a
what
mountain and just be like, fuck, is that the plane? It must be the plane,
Nobody's
did you?
jumping. Yeah, that one. Nobody jumps out. Damn
Oh,
it! That
yeah.
wasn't the right plane.
There's not a guy flying out of it. I never
It's
got
not-
this
not-
detail. I never got this detail. It doesn't
Just
make
doesn't
sense to
make
me.
sense.
It doesn't. Mate, you know, he got away with it, I guess, if he's even alive.
Yeah, I mean 9 years.
But
If
that's.
he's alive, but 9
Yeah.
years, you know.
Oh, no, he still hasn't been caught now. Till now, bro. It's been
Yeah.
50 years.
He has to be dead. There's no way. He would have been 90.
You consider the fact.
Well, actually,
that
no. He
Cooper
would have
knew
been
he-
close to 100.
Yeah. That's if the
If he
age. If the estimated age that the flight attendant
Was
said
correct.
he was correct.
Yeah, but he'd have to be extremely old.
Yeah.
intended to jump out of a plane. This seemingly eliminates the possibility of Cooper having an accomplice, as there was no coordination about the route from Cooper, and therefore
Just like we'll
no
say.
coordinated drop point.
Yeah.
This is what always interested me about this case. It's because it seems so meticulously planned up until he jumps.
Maybe he's one of those people that like goes out to do things. Like I'm kind of like this too, where I'll go out and I'm like, I'll figure it out in the moment.
Or he was confident and he nailed it.
With that,
Yeah, nah.
let's jump into the
I
suspects.
know about that one.
The first suspect is Richard Floyd McCoy, who's the favorite suspect
Good old
of
Richie.
former FBI agent Russell
Richie.
Colomb and former federal probation officer Bernie Rhodes. The two men
That guy on the left kind of look like Johnny Sins. Or Sean Strickland.
He kind of does. It's probably because of the face shape.
Yeah, it's the face shape. He looks bold. Got a
He
bit of stubble.
probably is bald. There's no way that man has hair on his head. And if it does, it's a receding hairline. Like a really bad one.
Oh, Georgie, you got Johnny Sins and then Bernie Rhodes.
Great grandfather of Cody Rhodes from WWE.
Oh, Lana Rhodes.
Oh fuck no. Oh
Infamous
Jesus.
fucking NBA player. No, the infamous person who fucked an NBA player
Oh Jesus.
and tries to act like we don't know who the child is. Well, the child's dad is.
We know who his dad is.
even wrote a book
You're
about
not
the
sure.
case. In April
Everybody
1972,
knows.
5 months after
Looks
the
exactly
suspect,
like him.
the FBI arrested Richard Floyd McCoy for hijacking an airplane. When examined, the McCoy heist is definitely similar to the Cooper heist. Like Cooper, McCoy hijacked a plane and parachuted off of it. McCoy jumped out the back rear staircase of a Boeing 727, the same plane Cooper jumped out of, using the same
What a
method.
copycat, G.
Also, like Cooper, McCoy
Honestly.
requested 4 parachutes and was calm during the heist. Reportedly, both of the men passed notes to the flight attendants claiming a bomb was on board, a detail that becomes more compelling when you learn that both Cooper and McCoy's notes reportedly contained the phrase, "No funny stuff."
This like when I first saw this, I was just like, is this a copycat or is this surely because
Honestly, there's no way this could be him.
why would you do the same fucking heist
Why?
2 times in a 2 times in a row and it's like short, it wasn't even like decades after, it was like maybe a year or two, it was super close to each other. Why would you do the same
Yeah.
heist? Like you've
Yeah,
already
this
gotten
wouldn't
away
make
with
sense.
200,000. You're telling me you've
Yeah.
blown it on fucking strippers and hookers already. Why are you back for another
He could have
heist?
done it. He could have done it. He could have done drugs. Because it
True,
was the
but 200,000.
1970s.
Do you know how? Okay, what? Let me look up how much 200,000 was back in the 1970s. It's so.
Yeah.
Alright. How much money is 200,000 from 1970s? Okay. So let's say. Oh no, I need not 2 mil. 200,000. Is that 200,000? What is dumb? 200,000. Okay. So 200,000, right?
Yeah.
If okay, right now 200,000 back in the 1970s would be 1.6 million
Jesus.
in today's climate.
God damn.
And everything, remember, everything was a lot cheaper back then. 1970s, everything was worth pennies. How the fuck did you spend
Jesus.
200,000? What
Well,
was he doing?
well,
Houses.
not too like he still. They were still. Well, they did. Actually, no. This was 9 years later. Not because
Yeah.
what this is.
He would have lost some of it.
1972.
But let's be devil's advocate and say he only has half. That's still 700. That's like 770,000 around there.
Yeah.
So just under
Well,
800,000
yeah.
in today's currency.
Yeah. In today's currency,
Bro, that's still a lot of money. Like, bro,
it really is.
okay, we'll see. Average house price. Let's see what
Yeah, he
the
could have
average
bought a house.
average house price in America in the 1970s. 1970. The average house price was about 25,000.
Jesus.
This cousin could have bought
He
4
could have bought a
houses.
mansion.
He could have bought a whole ass mansion. He could have bought 4 houses and rented them out for passive income. How did he lose this much money?
If the,
For a
well,
whole
if
house.
this is the same person.
Yeah, a whole house was 25,000 in most states. Like that's like the average. That's in the year 1970. But
Yeah.
1971, yeah, it's around 25,000. And by the end of the 1980s, when they
1980.
found the money, houses went up a lot. They're at around about 70.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 70. But back when he did his heist, it was around 25 to 30, depending on your area.
Yeah.
Bro, he could have. Nah,
He could
bro.
have done a lot.
He could have done a lot. That could have gone a long way.
If this was the same person, that was
And that's
crazy.
if he alone bought it. Because obviously, if he had like
Yeah.
a partner, you go split
Which is
2
highly
ways.
doubtful
Yeah.
because it does just with how it's sounding, it just doesn't. Unless they were mind readers, it just
Mm.
doesn't make sense.
It's just a lot of money just to disappear, in my opinion.
Honestly, yeah, no, I understand.
It's a lot of
Another
money
suspicious
just
coincidence
disappeared.
is the fact that both
200,000.
crimes reportedly occurred while Brigham Young
Yeah.
University,
Well,
where
I'll
the
say
student
100,000.
was on break.
He was a student?
In this theory, yes.
I was thinking about it in like a cold, hard criminal way. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, I forgot also that this guy was a student.
He was a student, and
Yeah.
and it's mid like. Wait, was this Dan Cooper or was this the other guy?
So Dan Cooper, they said he was about 40, but you can go to uni at any point.
Yeah.
But McCoy was apparently, I don't know, because he must have matched the description because they said around 40. There's no way they looked at this guy.
Mid-40s, yeah.
No way they looked at him and he's like, fuck, you look 40.
You
Like,
look like you're mid-40s.
Maybe he was 40 and he was just trying to further his education.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Phrase.
Can't pass judgment, I guess.
Another
Yeah.
suspicious coincidence is the fact that both crimes reportedly occurred while Brigham Young University, where McCoy was a student, was on break.
He was a student?
In this theory, yes.
I was thinking about it in like a cold, hard criminal way. I wasn't thinking like, spring break! That sounds kind of fun.
That's what he yelled when he jumped out the plane. Spring break! He falls out to his death.
Spring break!
Perhaps the most riveting detail is that according to Kalam and Rhodes, members of McCoy's family identified an object left on the plane by Cooper, an object that was never publicly identified. Some parts of the internet seem to believe that this object was a Brigham Young University medallion with McCoy's initials on it, but this seems to stem from the Wikipedia page on the case, which makes this most likely complete horseshit. I mean, the thing is, if that's the case closed.
Yeah,
Brigham Young University medallion with his initials on it, I mean,
but it's not definitive. It's not
they just said unidentified object, which is probably like a stick of gum or some stupid
right.
shit like
Oh,
that.
he chewed.
He
Juicy
chewed
fruit
Wrigley's.
for sure. Yeah.
He chewed Wrigley's.
Oh, he was a big juicy fruit man.
Regardless if McCoy is Cooper or not, the FBI eventually ruled out McCoy as a suspect for the Cooper case, mainly because he didn't match the descriptions of Cooper given by the flight attendants, though Kalam and Rhodes listed the two men as looking similar. Additionally,
They do look pretty similar. They've got the hairline.
I think it's the eyes that are different.
Yeah, but of course, but remember, it's them interpreting what they think he looks like.
True.
The ears are
You know,
bit too big
the-
as well.
Also, the jawline, it's a bit too.
They've got the hair though. The hair's pretty on,
Yeah, no, the hair's pretty spot on.
but his ears just look like Dumbo's. Like, I don't know what's wrong with his ears.
Yeah.
Bro, you can fly with those things. Like they do look similar, but like the bone structure.
Yeah,
is,
It's
it
just
is different.
the jaw, the ears.
His eyes
I
are
can
different.
understand.
And also
The eyes, yeah.
the eyebrows as well.
Yeah, it just doesn't look the same. I can understand why you think it looks like him.
Yeah, those eyebrows as well. Those ones are like slim, like long eyelashes. His are like
Yeah,
fucking
his
Rock
are
Lee's.
thick. Bro,
Those-
got thick eyebrows.
Those are the Rock Lee specials, bro. What the hell is that?
These two.
according to FBI archives, McCoy was home with his family for Thanksgiving dinner in Utah the day after the hijacking. Unlike Cooper, McCoy was actually caught after his heist and sentenced to 45 years in prison.
Fucking noob.
McCoy would actually escape from prison in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, and later die in a gunfight with FBI agents in Virginia Beach, Virginia. I just love how that story has so many, like,
I know.
oh, he's out.
It's like,
He's not
yeah.
out. He's out.
Huh?
Shot to death.
Oh.
That was a roller coaster of emotions right there. The second suspect is Dwayne Weber, who claimed to be D.B. Cooper on his deathbed. His wife, Jo, claims that in the hour of his death...
Why is the hell I spelled Dwayne? Why is it spelled D-U-A-N-E?
Bro, some
Dwayne.
some people just spell it differently, yeah. Some people are just more special than others.
Dwayne. Hello, Dwayne. Dwayne Weber.
Yeah, because that's the same as like someone like Dwayne Wade. His name is obviously spelled in a certain way, but the way they spell it, I forgot how. It's like D-W-Y-N-E.
Yeah, D-W-Y-A.
It's like the
I don't know.
like the
Let me see how
yang.
they. Let me see how they spelled. Let me get this up.
Yeah, that's how I spelled it. It's like the yang. Dwayne.
Yeah, Dwayne. Yeah, Dwayne. Some people might say Dwayne, not Dwayne.
Yeah, because usually you'd have like the Y after the A. This is like Dwayne. Dwayne.
Yeah, Dwayne.
The Yang? Like, what the fuck? No. That one is Dwayne.
That one on here, that is Dwayne. You know,
That is Dwayne.
my guy sounds like a villain out of a comic book.
Dwayne Weber as well. That's more like Weber.
Weber, yeah. Not even Web.
Like
Well,
Web-
yeah, well, no, yeah, Weber. But
Weber.
that's not how you spell Weber. My head web, literally with ER at the end.
Hey man, some people are special.
close and
Sure.
said, quote, "I have a secret to tell you. I'm Dan Cooper." What?
I was trying to take a drink, and I just imagined. Closer. I have a secret to tell you. I'm the founder of the sky. I bet she did not see that one coming.
She's probably going to be
like,
like,
"Did he cheat on me?"
Exactly. Did you cheat on me?
I'm a man of myth.
This revelation led to Joe revisiting what should have been clear clues. According to Joe, Dwayne had nightmares where he'd sleep talk about, quote, leaving fingerprints on a plane. He also had a knee ailment that he claimed he got jumping out of a plane.
I just feel like this is such cap.
Just doesn't make sense. It just
I just feel like this.
doesn't sound real.
It just sounds like she just wants to
can't
get
be
money
real.
off the story.
It does sound like that.
What the fuck? As he's dying, I'm Dan Cooper.
I am Dan Cooper.
Like, why would he's having nightmares about leaving fingerprints on a
Oh.
plane? He had a
Hold
knee
on.
element.
Oh my clip-on tie. Oh.
Like, bro, he's got a knee element from jumping out of a plane. Like, why is she like? Surely after like all this evidence, and I remember what the next detail is going to be. All this talk about planes, she would get suspicious. It's like, oh
Honestly.
shit, I'm leaving fingerprints on a plane. I got this knee element from jumping out of a plane. Like,
I have
listen
all
to
this money.
Found in the margins of a library book on D.B. Cooper. Joe also claims Dwayne took her to the place where the money was eventually found.
so convenient.
That's interesting. If that's true, that is interesting.
Wait, what did he write in the margins?
That's also because apparently he took her to the Tina Bar, where obviously a pack of
like
some of the money
5,000
was found.
5,800 was found in that area.
But that's if it's true, and like
If
I don't
it's
know. I don't know if she like had any proof that it was true. But there's one more detail that I'm waiting for. That just like once I heard this, I was just like, nah, there's just no way. This is just so cap.
Yeah.
It was so cap, in my opinion.
Cool guy. Coolest
did-
guy in history.
Yeah.
I
Nice
did this too.
sunglasses. Wow. Bourbon's great. And finally, Joe claims that Dwayne had an old Northwest airline ticket for no apparent reason. 29 years after he left the
This is what
What?
he had an old Northwest airline ticket for no reason. Like,
This doesn't sound real. This just can't be real, but it is. That's
well,
the
we
thing.
don't know if
no.
it's real. She's just claiming this is what happened.
If
'Cause
this was real, this sounds so surreal. It,
Like,
it sounds like a wives' tale.
I'm thinking because obviously her husband's dead now. She's like, maybe if I fabricate a story, I can get some money off of it
Yeah.
to help me out. Because the bedside confession, I'm Dan Cooper. The nightmares about like leaving
Airplanes.
fingerprints on planes. He had a knee element
His
from
knee
a plane.
element.
He had an old airline ticket from like the
Yeah.
same plane, same plane ticket that
He took her to the area that
he
the
took
money
her
was
to
found at.
the area. This like surely there's just too many
Yeah.
coincidences.
There's too many things that you cannot call a coincidence.
Like, why the fuck didn't she think anything? It's like, oh wait, why does he have that who kept airline tickets?
Also, he would have brought home a lot of money.
Or maybe he just hid it like how he did with that money in the Tina bar. Actually, that could have been
Yeah.
lost. But maybe because imagine your mistress comes home with a large sum, bro, nowadays comes home with $1.6 million out of nowhere.
I'd get suspicious.
Of course you'll get to
Can't get.
just suck off Bill Gates.
There's some people that would just ignore it and use that money for themselves.
The thing is,
ignoring the biggest red flag that they just walked inside with 1.2 mil.
no, 1.5 to 1.6 mil.
1.5
But
to
the thing,
1.6
no, also the thing is though, you guys can't spend too much of that money because you don't have the proof of income. Because the banks will look at it and be like, especially in America, they'll look at it and be like, how are you spending this much money when you're not getting that much money in?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, obviously if it's in cash, it's like non-trackable. But they would still be like look at all your purchases and be like, how are you able to get that? Because you can't, that not many companies would like allow you to just straight up buy a house with straight cash. Not even like car places, they don't like getting paid in cash. Most of them, they want you to finance through the banks because they want some sort of track record that you do pay off your things and proof of income. So when you have all that money, they'll be for like groceries and that. Obviously, you can live off that, but people will probably notice that, like, how are you getting all this other stuff when you're bringing in this certain amount of income? And they'll look at you like, are you doing some illegal shit? Like, they'll think you're like avoiding taxes. Are you in
some shady business?
Yeah, they'll think you're avoiding taxes, and then you're just gonna get investigated.
Yep,
and then it's gonna go to, and then it's just gonna go to shit.
Yep.
Because, but imagine your wife brings in your 1.6 million. Like, obviously, I'm pretty sure there's no way this dude. I mean, he did do a lot of dumb things, but he can't be that thick to think, okay, I can't just bring 200,000 back home. I gotta like bring it in like little clumps.
Yeah. Or maybe he hid it inside his house or something. Well, like
just
everyone
the old good old mattress.
You think it on under the mattress.
Fuck, that's what my dad did.
Why is my bed so? Why does it feel like
My
this?
dad did that with 50,000. Most of the money did not. Yeah, that was not good.
Anyways,
this just seems so just odd.
Doesn't make sense.
Who keeps airline tickets anyway? I'm just saying.
Unless it's like a sentimental thing, like I don't know, maybe a friend or a parent or something passed away.
If he said that's sentimental, wouldn't you ask like, oh, so like, did you go like, so what'd you do? Because if someone says something sentimental, especially if it's like my missus, like if it was like holy, I'd be like, oh, why is it sentimental? Did you do something with your family? And he just goes, I
jumped out of a plane.
Yeah, they just like, what would
really
you say?
cool.
Because you can't say you just hijacked a plane. You have to be like, oh,
I went skydiving.
yeah, I
Why
like.
do you have a plane ticket?
I don't know. Maybe
Some
back
asking
then
questions.
they kept on plane tickets, but I've been on a couple planes, one to a different country and then a couple across the country.
Yeah.
I've never kept on to a ticket. I've never kept. Who keeps a ticket?
No,
To a plane,
really.
to a hijacking.
Unless they're collecting tickets from planes, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I guess we'll never know.
Case. Here is a quote from former lead FBI agent Ralph Himmelsbach on Dwayne Weber. Quote,
What the fuck?
He does fit the physical description. He does have the criminal background that I have always felt was associated with the case. End quote. Himmelsbach also believed that Joe Weber's story may have credibility, but ultimately did not believe it was him. She may be telling the truth.
Sounds pretty credible. I don't believe her.
But she's probably lying.
Though a lot of people do just tell fibs.
Yeah.
Like, as you get into true crime as well, Ivan, you'll begin to realize that a lot of people just like the bullshit for attention.
Yep.
And especially, this is even more apparent for like killers. Bro, they love to brag about like things they never did. They'll be like, yeah, I did this to this person because they're clapped.
They just want the attention.
They just brag about crimes that they were never associated with, they couldn't possibly have done.
Yep.
But they just do it because, you know,
they need that attention.
The dad
they
didn't love
need
them.
people to, bad childhood, and they need somebody to, like, they need the will to know that they did something, that it was them who did it.
It's like the most tapped fucking thing to brag. Yeah, G, I did. Come on, bro.
Yeah, nah, it's wild.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
The third and final suspect is Kenneth Christensen, the favorite suspect of the author Jeffrey Gray. The theory began when Lyle Christensen, the brother of Kenneth Christensen, saw an episode of Unsolved Mysteries and became convinced that his brother was D.B. Cooper. Lyle also cites a deathbed confession from his now late brother Kenneth. Kenneth reportedly said, quote, "There is something you should know, but I cannot tell you," end quote.
And then he died.
What the fuck? Why would you say that?
What a
What the
cliffhanger.
fuck? Man,
Bro, why, like, who... If you're dying and you got a secret that you want to... Why wouldn't you just give it out? You're dying.
you're dead. You're gonna be dead, bro. It's not gonna matter.
Because
You're
really,
not gonna face the consequences of it.
maybe he's like, oh, my family might... But, bro, if you're literally not going to face shit... He's just like, yeah,
You're
let me
not-
just leave him on a cliffhanger. Fuck my family.
Brother, what is it? I have something to tell you. I cannot tell you.
Just don't bring it up at that point. Just be like,
Why'd you bring it up? Like, you wanted some attention before you died. Even though you had attention because you were dying.
bro, imagine if like he actually didn't have any secret. He just wanted to end on a cliffhanger.
He just wanted to be a bitch.
Like he like literally nothing. Like he actually didn't have any secret. He just wanted to just feel special before he died.
Just wanted to feel special.
He just wanted to feel special before he died. I can see that. That'd be fucking stupid.
Died?
And then he died.
Honestly.
Talk about a guy who appreciates a cliffhanger.
Yeah, that's great.
I could, you know what? Touche, Kenneth. Kenneth was a flight purser for Northwest Orient Airlines, the same airline that Cooper hijacked, which would support online suspicion that it was an inside job. Kenneth also loved bourbon and bought a house shortly after the crime.
Fuck. See, that house one is like a good point, but like, bro,
Yeah.
I like bourbon.
I like bourbon.
It's because he
Bourbon and
So now
soda.
now that everyone like bourbon, they apparently just you must have
Apparently,
hijacked the plane.
I'm Dan Goober. I hijacked the plane and threw off my clip-on tie and put on my cool sunglasses.
I think that-
Though
Just
it was reported
stupidity.
unassuming. Perhaps the most enthralling part of Gray's theory is the fact that when he showed a picture of Kenneth to a flight attendant who interacted with Cooper, she agreed that of all the suspects she had seen, Kenneth was the closest. Though, she also said, quote, "I can't say yay."
That is
end
pretty
quote.
intriguing.
Bizarrely, the
He
FBI
says that.
denied Kenneth
That is
on the
pretty
basis
close.
that he didn't match the description. So once again, the FBI coming in hot with some weird contradict. I don't know. It's
I wonder if they ever released why they didn't think it was him, because they asked the attendant and she said he's the one who looked most like him. But the
But
FBI
she
said,
couldn't be.
yeah, but
But
she
no,
couldn't.
she said she couldn't say definitely that's him.
Yeah, but out of all the suspects she was ever shown over the years, he was the closest. So I really want to know, like, out of, like, why the police straight up said, no, it couldn't be him. What, did he not match the age, the height?
Honestly, who knows?
Because if the stewardess says that, yeah, he was the one who matched it the most, I wonder why they just straight up said no.
Yeah.
Nah, bitch.
Yeah.
you're cool, FBI. I'm just saying.
You don't want to make enemies of the deep state.
I don't, especially now with never mind.
Yeah.
Another reason the FBI discredits Kenneth as a suspect is because Kenneth was a paratrooper just after World War II, a detail that is damning according to the FBI, who believes that Cooper was not a skilled jumper.
Maybe he was.
They're calling him a
masturbating
shitter.
as An unskilled jumper.
That's an interesting suspicion, and perhaps well, let's get into the next section. And
Greatest
maybe,
way to fool someone is to act a fool yourself.
is that
Julius Caesar.
no,
Shakespeare.
no,
That's not.
I didn't think so.
I thought you'd fall into that one.
No. Which brings us to our next suspect, or rather theory, from Special Agent Larry Carr, that D.B. Cooper did not survive the fall. Agent Carr took over the D.B. Cooper case in 2007. Here's a quote from him on the matter. Quote, "We originally thought Cooper was an experienced jumper, perhaps even a paratrooper. We concluded after a few years this was simply not true." End quote. Here's some details that support that narrative. Cooper jumped carrying 2 parachutes. However, Only one of them was a functioning chute. The other was a training chute that was sewn shut. Furthermore,
Oh, Jesus.
So he only had
What?
one working out of the 4. He only had one working shoot,
Jesus.
which is
He might not have survived that. If he put on the wrong one,
they gave him those. Those are the ones they gave him. They gave him one actual shoot and 3, because obviously he had 2 front, 2 back. Only one of them could have actually,
he had a
could've-
1 in 4 chance.
and the other
not
one was
picking
straight
the right one.
sewn shut. Which is why, like, this last suspect, they don't know if it's him, because he was a paratrooper, which means he should be pretty, like, versed.
He would have known.
Yeah, he would have known. He should be pretty versed in, like, parachuting, because he's literally a paratrooper.
Yep.
He should have known that by just looking really at the chute that it's sewn shut.
Yeah.
Like, and that's also like a big deal. That's the detail I was talking about earlier. Like, they don't know if he's actually survived because they thought at the beginning he was like he planned this all out and he was super like skilled, but then like as they look at the details, they're just like
He couldn't have it.
the more and more they look into it, they're just like, was he actually?
Did he
he-
actually have the skill to
Did he
know?
actually have any skill? Because he sounds like dumbass, bro.
Bro was so cool until the jump.
He was so cool until he jumped, and then just
And all that drip, and then the clip on. Then we got to the clip on tie.
instead of
Then
fucking
we got to the fact that he didn't know where he was jumping off at, only the destination.
instead of drip, he had drop to the fucking floor. He was dropped to the floor, bro.
He had splash, bro.
Like, this is a detail that when I first heard, I'm like, fuck, that does sound dumb. If he's a paratrooper, like, surely he would have been able to
He
tell
would have
that
had to have known. He would have had to.
one of the 4, like, not even like half of them, only one of them actually worked.
Yeah, he
The others
had to
were
have
either
known.
the others were either sewn shut, or the other 2 didn't work as well. Idiot,
Honestly.
idiot, bro.
the chute that was functional was a military chute that was not steerable. He's kind of starting to sound like an idiot.
And I forgot that detail as well.
It's not steer. What the fuck? Then no, he's not. There's not a parachuter, whatever the fuck.
Paratrooper.
Paratrooper. He can't be. There's no physical way that is the same man. I'm sorry, but I don't believe it. It just doesn't make sense.
Right, he's supposed to be, if he's a paratrooper, he must have been the worst paratrooper in history. Because how do you know it? It's bro. 3 out of your 4 parachutes don't work.
One's so shot, and the only one that works, you can't steer.
So that also makes it like even more stupid that he didn't make like a route. Because since he just jumped out, he can't even like he can't even go to
where he was going.
Yeah, he
was just going straight down.
So because if he planned the route, he could have like planned it for a time like, I'll just jump out now and go down. But since he didn't plan the route, when he went to go jump out, if he has to get to this certain destination, bro, because remember, he's 10,000 feet in the air, a lot of wind, turbulence, all of that.
It's dark.
Yeah, it was apparently dark as well.
And he had sunglasses on.
Yeah, he had sunglasses, so not only could he not really see, he couldn't.
He also had.
He couldn't stare.
See anything. Couldn't stare it.
And he didn't have a drop point.
Yep.
Well, he might have had a drop point, but like, how are you supposed to find? How are you supposed to find and get to it if you can't see and you can't steer?
Yeah. Plus, he was holding a heavy bag of money.
Yeah, maybe he just used that to his advantage. So like, maybe like put on his back or something. So like,
but it would have weighed. It wouldn't have weighed him down quite a bit. So he would have descended faster.
Maybe. I don't know. Wait, since it's not steerable, do you think when he jumped out and he realized it wasn't steerable, he was just like, "Those fucking bastards"? He just screams at the like pilots as they fly away on their plane.
God damn it!
And I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for your meddling fucking pilots.
I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for your parachute.
And he doesn't sound that smart.
He doesn't.
A little bit.
The whole time he's like, yeah, bourbon soda. Bomb. Here's your note. I'm a cool guy. Sunglasses. Jumps out the plane. Splat.
It's not a splat. I think a pine tree just.
Good douche.
Just like, no.
Kill me.
Little squirrel runs up to him.
Here are some more details from Agent Carr. Quote, no experienced parachutist would have jumped in the pitch black night.
See, it was
Rain,
pitch black.
With a 200
Exactly. And the rain.
Wearing
Yeah.
What? No, not. He would have not dead. That is a dead man.
Oh, gee. I'm gonna jump out the
Not
fucking...
only, well, it was a pitch black.
No,
It
gee.
was raining, and he was going with a 200-mile-an-hour wind in his face, wearing loafers and a trench coat.
Oh, gee. It's not gonna... His trench coat ain't gonna save him from the rain. Bro, imagine he just jumped out. You know what's funny? Imagine he jumps out, and he's actually just Superman. He's like, fuck, I don't need any of those parachutes. Just starts flying away.
Fucking Superman.
He just jumps out and just like, really fooled these guys. He's actually just Superman, flies away.
They really thought I couldn't. They really didn't know I couldn't fly. I just wanted to ask for parachutes for shits and giggles.
Bro, imagine like, because that would be like the perfect thing. They're just like, yeah, no one who was experienced would have jumped out with all these different conditions, and Superman's just looking at it, just like,
Superman.
he's
No,
just,
they show Superman.
he's just looking at like the news and like, really fooled those fuckers.
They really fooled them.
Uh,
I made them think my name was Dan Cooper.
loafers and a trench coat, end quote. Other reasons he possibly died in the fall include him jumping into a wooded area at night, and there was no visibility of the ground at the time
Oh, yeah.
he jumped.
Oh yeah, I
Yep.
forgot. When you were talking about earlier, like where he's jumped to, I was in my head, I was like, I'm pretty sure it was a forest.
Not another dumb thing, because he didn't know where the fuck he was landing. He had an area we knew where he wanted to go, but it was
just,
pitch black, and he couldn't see anything, and it was raining. And he jumped out of a plane that had winds going 200 miles an hour
he wouldn't
with
even
a trench coat.
add a non-steerable chute.
And he couldn't see, so he didn't know where the hell he was going.
Bro, there's not even if he had a steerable one, he wouldn't have been able to fight with the 200 mile per
Nope.
200 mile.
Wherever that wind, whatever direction that wind was going, that's where he was going.
He was not making it. Gee, he's just not making it.
No, he was not.
As there was
No.
a cloud cover at 5,000.
Because he's 48, but he ended up just
He's a dum-dum. No, he's a
just
big-
dying.
Eating
big dum-dum
dirt.
floating in the sky with his stupid trench coat blowing in the
Just
wind.
loafers.
Obviously, this theory loses a bit of credence due to the fact that his body or chute were never found. The last
I mean, he did jump into a random ass forest.
His body could have decomposed or something could have ate him. There's a lot of variables. There's a lot of things that
and
could have happened.
Also, the thing is, bro, he didn't know where he was landing, so how the fuck is anyone supposed to find where he's gone?
Yeah.
Do you know that quote? Just be like, what is that quote? It's just like, if you don't know, your enemies won't know.
Never let them know your next move.
He literally just jumped down to a random ass place with a forest,
Yep.
and
That's it. Fuck it.
like honestly, he could have landed in trees. Something could have ate him, took him back. The money
Yep.
could have gone
Yeah.
eaten.
The money could have gone flying all over the place.
Yeah, because it could have just landed in the Tina Bar, landed in the river that took it to the Tina Bar. But like,
Yeah.
just because like the body was never found, bro, it's literally a random ass forest. Like, you think they're gonna be able to search the whole forest, the whole thing,
Honestly.
and make sure they never missed any places? He could have landed like near a cave. Something could have taken him in, could have gone eaten his whole body.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables.
Who knows?
Anyways.
Last theory we will discuss comes from a group of amateur scientists that refer to themselves as citizen sleuths.
That's frankly kind of what you are.
Yeah, and that's why I like this theory.
Okay, well, let's see what your friends have to say.
I got you guys, don't worry. He's gonna be floored. Citizen sleuths employed the use of an electron microscope to discover north of 100,000 particles on D.B. Cooper's tie. Among these particles, they discovered cerium, strontium sulfide, and pure titanium.
You know, when they did this, I'm just
What?
like, yeah, when they're doing, like, when I was watching this, I was just like, imagine they just look at it and it's just got fucking semen all over it. And they're just like,
Nice.
what? They're just like, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ, man.
They're just like, what the hell is he doing with this tie? What the? Just like, what the hell? It's a clip-on tie. What happened to it? Who hurt you?
According to lead citizen sleuths researcher Tom Kay, quote, "These are what they call rare earth elements. They're used in very narrow fields for very specific things," end quote. Kay stated that although these elements were rare during 1971, one place they were being utilized was at Boeing, where they were developing an advanced supersonic transport plane. Kay and the citizen sleuths posit that Cooper may have been a Boeing employee, explaining the rare materials found on his tie. Quote, "The tie went with him into these manufacturing environments, for sure. So he was not one of the people running these manufacturing machines. He was either an engineer or a manager in one of the plants," end quote.
I feel like if you got a job at Boeing, just
Why,
hang
yeah,
in
why,
there.
why does he
Get a nice 401k, retire. Why you gotta go jumping on planes?
Because that's not how DB does it, baby. He likes bourbon.
That's
he
not
likes
how DB
adventure,
does it.
He likes notes.
And
That's
flying
not how
up in
Dan
the
does
sky,
it.
Screaming.
He also wears a trench coat.
Kay believes the key to identifying Cooper rests within the memory of perhaps one person in the Pacific Northwest who was involved in the aerospace industry at the time.
Wow, so helpful. Someone in
One person. Someone in this industry has the key to
someone in
knowing.
this industry in the Pacific, you know, in this area, might be able to help us. They're probably fucking dead by now, but who knows?
Honestly.
If that person is you, all information can be relayed to the Citizen Sleuths via the contact tab on their website, citizensleuths.com. The
There's
FBI
no way.
called their search for D.B. Cooper one of the longest and most exhaustive investigations in its history.
This sounds like one of the
As of
stupidest
2011, the FBI case
investigations.
file measured 40 feet
Honestly.
long and covered more than 1,000 suspects. So what we presented here is only the tip of the iceberg. The case was open for 45 years before the FBI finally closed it in 2016, though they are still willing to listen to possible leads. What do you think happened?
I'm gonna go Occam's razor on this one in just a
Okay, so that's the end of this video. So, what's your take? What theory do you think is correct? Do you think it's one of the suspects?
I think he's dead.
He's dead.
I think Mother Nature took its course on the body. Because it was 9 years. I honestly think it was Mother Nature that took care of him.
It was 9 years till they found the money. That was some sort of money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it might have been the weather. But yeah, the weather, everything. Mother Nature took its course, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's me as well. I think he just straight up died.
Because it's like you can say there was no body found, but nobody knows how long his body could have been there.
Who knows? It could actually still be there. It's just no one's found it. It's a big ass forest.
It could be under dirt.
Yeah, it's definitely
Things could have
decomposed.
eaten it.
Like, it's definitely decomposed now.
It's definitely just bones.
If it was there, but
If it was there, it's just bones.
yeah, that was my one as well. I was just like, my theory is he definitely just died. The one that I believe.
Yeah, I believe he's dead. I don't think he's alive. I don't think he lived.
Yeah, it was.
He was an untrained person, so he just jumped out. Didn't know the parachute. Even if he had the parachute, they say they didn't see his body or the parachute. He could have had a parachute on that had nothing in it, or it was the stitched one.
You know what?
So it didn't open.
Or it could have just flown off.
Or it could have just flown off of him.
It was 200 miles per hour, so
And he had a heavy bag of money.
yeah. And it's not only that for me. It's just the fact that, like, leading, like when he's on the plane, like, the whole bomb thing, and he knew what he wanted. He knew the plan up until he basically got out of the plane, jumped out, and just didn't have a location. Well, he did have a location, but it just seems like he didn't have a drop point.
Yeah.
He couldn't see because it was dark, rainy. His parachutes and windy. His parachutes, only one of them worked, but the only one that worked was non-steerable, and just a whole lot of other factors. It just seems like he just died.
The most. I think he's dead.
Yeah. So that's both our theory. We agree on that one.
Yep.
We agree on that one. So guys, tell us in the comments what you guys think. Put down your theories on what you think happened to DB Cooper. Do you guys think he's still alive somehow, or do you guys?
Is he somehow Superman and he just survived the fall or something?
Yeah, did he just literally just fall on the ground, take no fall damage? Who knows? Just put your theories in the comments. Anyways, this is the end of the reaction. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace out.